because whatever makes us split, I don't think I could be mature enough to be your friend. I'm
Well,
sorry.
I mean, that's a little
I mean,
mature
I'm not.
admitting that.
Exactly. I won't be fine with
I
it
don't know. I'm not
whatsoever.
with. That'll be a whole nother
Because
topic.
then, all
another
the things as
day.
a man, what.
This is a podcast, not a news broadcast. We will report situations that are currently out and available for public access. No one on this platform is claiming to be a journalist. We are a group of individuals giving our opinion. Enjoy the show.
This is Homesick Podcast.
All right. How you feeling?
Good.
How was your week?
Kind of busy, but it was good.
Well, it was cold as shit.
It was very cold.
Yeah, I had to work in that weather, and that was not fun. I didn't enjoy any bit of it.
I'm sure.
Blowed ass. And then we're supposed to have another storm. Yay.
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait for that. Well, all right. Let's get into this intro. Welcome back to Homesick Podcast. I am Ms.
And I'm Liz.
And yeah, episode 2.
I know.
Look at that. I didn't even think we were going to get to this.
What?
Nah,
Not 2 episodes.
It's because of our schedule.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Sometimes I work a lot overtime, so there's not enough time in a day to do anything. So that really causes a lot of nonsense.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm glad to be here.
Of course, me too.
Glad to see you. You looking lovely today.
Oh, thank you.
Looking
too shabby yourself.
I try. All right. I read something and it made me think, and I have an answer, but I wanted to hear where you come from.
Mm-hmm.
The question was, what was the best relationship advice you ever received?
I'm gonna say communicate. Always communicate. Yeah, when at one point I came across a guy, he was he was old, and he said how long him and his wife were married, and I was like, wow, that's crazy. It was like some crazy number. And I said, how are you making it work for so many years? That's a long, you don't hear of that.
Right.
And he said, communicate always. Don't give up. He was like, a lot of you young people, that's the first thing you do is give up. And that's why the divorce rate's so high. And he was like, always communicate. I was like, So I try to all the time.
And you did run that by me, because I'm not the easiest to be with, and I'm not used to the communicating part.
He doesn't communicate at all.
It's because I don't know what
it's
it
like
is.
weakness. That's how he looks at it.
I do.
It drove me crazy.
No, actually, I don't.
You've gotten better.
I've tried the communication thing, and I think that does help, honestly, because a lot of it is me holding on to shit from previous arguments. Like, we'll argue, and then I'm like, all right, whatever. It's never really resolved, but we're fine the next day. Love you, kiss you, blah, 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 and we're good.
Right.
But it's still lingering. So then the next argument now, I'm super hoped up, and I'm cussing, and I'm yelling, and you don't even know where that shit is coming from.
Exactly. And I'm not in your head, so I don't know what you're thinking, how you meant it, whatever the case may be.
Right.
And vice versa.
So yeah, you that was a big help from you, because I hate it. I almost felt like I was answering to somebody kind of shit. Like, I, to the point, never even like to be asked where I'm going.
I know.
Remember that? Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, where you going? How long you gonna be back? I'll be back when I be back, kind of shit. But then it's like, it's ignorant, because then when you try to do it, I'm, who the fuck you talking to?
No, what got me was the one time when you went, this was in the beginning of our relationship, we met up with your friends, and you said,
oh,
you didn't even tell me where you were going.
I just stepped
out.
I said I was going to the store.
He said, I'm going, no, you said you're going downstairs or something. We were in a building in New York, and you said, I'm going downstairs.
Yeah.
And it was like an hour later, and I'm looking at like this girl. It was my first time meeting his friend's wife.
Yeah.
We're just sitting there awkward. And I'm like, I kept looking at my phone thinking like, what is taking this man so long? And she looked at me and she said, did he not tell you where he went? And I was like, what? Where did he go? He said he went downstairs. And she was like, oh, where'd you go? To a bar.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my God. I was so upset.
And it's crazy because homie that I was with was like, yo, his wife was telling him like, you was acting like you didn't want to be there.
But what was crazy is he communicated with his wife.
Right. Yeah.
And we were married. Why am I?
It was the mindset. It's definitely the mindset.
That was a struggle in the beginning.
Yeah.
Oh my. But we've gotten past it.
Yeah. 100%.
15 years.
15 years married, 5 kids, 5 with us, and I have
6 total.
Yeah, 6 kids, and I have a son.
Mm-hmm.
Me, the best advice that I received that I was told was make sure the one you with is your best friend.
That's good advice. I never knew someone said that to you.
It's because, and I agree, because you don't want to be with someone with like it's routine.
Right.
You're my wife, I'm your husband, love you, bye-bye. You know what I'm saying? You want to be able to express, I guess it goes back to the communication, somebody you could talk to. You know what I'm saying? They understand where you coming from, and then it's your homie. You could tell them anything. You know, you're not gonna get judged in no crazy way.
Right.
So I love that. I definitely love that. So yeah, I believe, and this ain't, you know, I mean, I'm trying to be mushy.
Yeah.
But I believe you become one of my homies, 100%.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For the best. You know what I'm saying? Because I tell you everything.
I know, and same thing.
You know what I'm saying? And then when it comes to like my day, if I don't talk to you, like if I go to work, you know it. There's plenty of times I go to work, some shit happens in the morning, piss me off. If I call and you don't get, like you're not up and you don't get the phone call, God bless everybody else. Because I'm pissed, I'm mad, nobody calm me down. I couldn't express how I felt. I didn't have you to tell me, yo, Kamani, that's stupid.
Right.
Why are you doing that?
You
understand what I'm saying? So yeah, definitely you want your wife, you want your spouse to be your homie first before anything.
I do agree with that because I can't wait anything, good, bad, anything. I can't wait to call you and tell you. So
right,
I definitely feel the same way.
I definitely agree. So
that's cool.
Communicate, fellas.
Yes,
100%.
But send in or comment like we want to know what your your advice is for relationships.
Right.
Let us know.
It's always good to hear from another perspective.
Yeah, any advice?
Yeah, 100%. All right.
Open.
I think that was pretty good answers.
Yeah.
We're moving on now.
Pretty good.
We're gonna hit up the talk of the town.
Oh, the talk of the town.
You know that. You know that's That's your world.
Of course. Okay, so this one is about a woman from New Mexico. She fatally shot her daughter's boyfriend and then tried to blame it on her son because he'd face less time. That's what she thought.
Makes sense.
Crazy.
Hold on. She shot her daughter's boyfriend.
Yeah.
I'll let you finish. Finish what you said. Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So she confessed to second-degree murder after killing her daughter's teenage boyfriend and attempting to blame her son. They say she fatally shot, I think it's Josue, outside of a downtown restaurant. This happened on March 4th, 2022. She tried to blame her son for the murder because he was a juvenile and she believed he would face a lesser sentence.
Was the son informed of the plan?
So they said, well, her son... All right, here, let me get to that part. So they said that he did know. He pleaded guilty to conspiracy and felony assault while his mother was apprehended.
So hold up.
He confirmed that his mother set him up thinking he'd get less time as a juvenile. So he went with it because he initially thought,
and then they got it out of him.
I'm going to save my mom in a sense, but yeah, they got it out of him. He said it. So now she faces up to 18 years. They
don't explain why she shot the boyfriend?
No. Now he is in jail. Her son is in jail. He was 16 at the time. He's in jail until he's in a youth detention center until he turns 21. He got charged with he pleaded guilty to conspiracy and felony assault. So he still did get some charges, but how messed up is that?
That's crazy that your mom's put you in a predicament like that.
Yes. And then you kind of went along with it, but then that's still fucked up in the same breath.
It is fucked up somebody lost their life. Because
right, of course.
We got daughters and yeah, you know, they don't pick the top of the food chain.
No, that's for sure.
So I get that. Sometimes you do feel like putting hands on but you got to remember that you're the adult. But somebody's life was taken. That's kind of crazy.
And you were willing to jeopardize your child
so
because you thought they were
fucked
doing
up two lives in a sense. Yeah, you messed up 2 lives. You messed up the one kid. Rest in peace. Condolences to the family. And then your own son. You messed up his life totally.
Right. Not to mention, what does your daughter think about you? You murdered her boyfriend. Regardless what you think about him, our kids have to learn. You know, like...
But she got away with it up until now?
Well, yeah.
From 2022, you said?
Yeah, it happened in 2022.
Wow.
I know. I just feel like as a mom of both son and a daughter, I wouldn't set my kid up for jail.
No, but I do see
If I did the crime, I do the time, right? Isn't that what they
100%.
say? I don't understand that.
But it's and okay, if you try to play devil's
Well,
advocate,
all right,
you
murder is murder at the end of the
right,
day. And
right,
yeah, say he's 16, whatever. Regardless, there's been cases where they'll try them as adults. You didn't even consider that. You
right,
were willing to jeopardize your son's future for
100%.
however many years they gave him.
Wow. But where I was going with it is, we feel for our children.
Right.
Because if any of the girls come home crying or any stuff like that, it hits you different.
Right.
So I can understand where the rage came from. If it was on something that the daughter was going through with the boyfriend and she felt there was no other way to deal with it,
Yeah.
I get that. But she went above and beyond on this one with the taking someone's life, and then, you know what, hey, do this time for mommy.
Right.
You ain't gonna get enough time. But then you
Yeah.
still end up in jail, and your son now life is ruined because of it.
Right.
That's wild.
Exactly. Yeah. I thought that was wild too. So that was my talk of the town today.
That was a good one. I like
Yeah.
that. That was not saying
Yeah.
again. I'm not talking like it was a good thing that, you know what I mean, somebody died.
Yeah.
But wow, you found some. I didn't even hear that in the news.
I have another juicy one, but we'll save that for another episode.
Jeez.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on. We're going to touch on entertainment news. Now, this shouldn't be a spoiler for anyone because it's been on for a while. We just finished it on Amazon. Cross.
Oh, that was very good.
It was superb. I enjoyed it started out rocky because it was the watching it, not watch, and then leaving
It
it,
was a
coming
slow
back.
start, in my
Right.
opinion.
Yes.
And I'm
Yes.
quick to pick up a phone in the
Right.
middle of an episode, and the beginning definitely didn't catch me. But once I got in, it was like 2 or 3 episodes in, I was locked.
Right.
It was very good.
So on this show, Cross, it's going to be a spoiler. Whoever hasn't seen it, I'm sorry. I'm going to talk about it. Cross is a forensic psychologist, but he's also a detective. And it goes into the story of his opening scene. His wife gets shot there at a baseball game, and he has no idea why she was murdered, who did it, and stuff like that. So you can see he's dealing with that grief throughout the story. He can't speak about it. Anytime he talk about it, he cries. He goes through the motions. But also on the other side, there's a serial killer. It's predominantly a black community in DC. And he's just, the concept of what he's doing is he's kidnapping people that look like serial killers that was sentenced and set to death row
back in the day.
So he's getting people that look close and resemble, and then he tortures them and gives them their final meal.
Yeah, and if they don't 100% match up, he matches every detail.
He'll give you a haircut if you were blonde and it was a brunette. He's changing that hair color.
You have a gap in your teeth.
Yeah,
he's helping you get that gap.
Right. He had a doctor on payroll. He had it. He had everything.
Yeah, and now one of them turned him in.
No, he money rules the world.
That's really what it was.
Yeah, he was a wealthy guy, of course. And the one crazy guy he had working with the ex-cop, he was nuts. Like he was a higher hitman, something pretty much like that. He was cuckoo. He was killing motherfuckers with no remorse, slicing throats. If he needed you to be gone, he was getting rid of you.
Yeah.
But
even how they figured him out, it was amazing. Like this show was amazing to me. I can't say it enough.
It was real good. I hope they do season 2. I hope so.
Yes.
I hope so. It was a great movie. I mean, great series. Sorry, Amazon Prime. And even the ending was great.
Yes, because you think it's over and then it's not.
No, so they end up catching the guy, but the guy doesn't even care about being caught.
No,
the character,
he wants his legacy.
His character was Ed Ramsey. He was a serial killer. He was proud of being caught because he wanted the world to know what he did.
Yes.
So Cross, knowing that, screwed it all up, and basically, he kept a book. He kept a book with all the people he murdered, and he took their picture sides to the actual killer side by side, and he kept it as like a trophy.
Right.
So what they did towards the end, they burnt the book to eliminate, and made him watch. Great show, great watch. So if you haven't watched it, I suggest you watch it. If you have watched it, good show.
Yeah.
Next one. You see, they dropped the trailer for the last and final season of You.
Well, it better be better than the last one.
Okay.
You didn't even finish the last one
because it was stupid.
You were so disgusted.
It was stupid. Why is he in Paris?
I don't know.
He was
on the run.
murdering. It started up. I'm pretty sure everybody know about You. This is not no spoiler. So
Right.
I think they try to base it off of Dexter, which is a great show. And if anybody's
Amazing.
watching
Yes.
the new Dexter, definitely 100%.
The cast is amazing too.
It's perfect casting. Everyone resembles their counterpart.
Yeah.
Great. But we're gonna get it. We'll touch on that
Resurrection.
another time. Yes.
Yeah.
So with You now is, I guess, was Netflix spinoff to the series of You.
Mhm.
So it started out good. He was a librarian. He lived in New York City.
Right.
He was obsessed with the one girl. The whole process, he ends up killing her because I guess he loved her too much. She deserved it. And
No
then
one else can have her.
then he finds a girl that's just like him,
Right.
marries her,
Yeah.
and then they live a life. And of course, because he's a man, I guess, he finds somebody else attractive and he pursues her.
Mhm.
While the crazy wife now is killing people on the side now, knowing that he's interested in her. So he tries to kill her.
Right.
So she dies in that season, right?
I don't think they officially say she died though.
Guys, she does die. Okay. So
But in the new trailer, they kind of insinuate she's still around.
they do?
Didn't you get that impression?
I didn't. They only was talking about.
Well, they showed a lot of previous people, so maybe it was just that.
I mean, that'd make it a good season if she's alive.
It would.
But I don't even know how Paris ended.
Remember because the house burnt down.
Yes, and he escaped. He chopped off the toe.
He escaped, and then but then who was the one? Maybe I missed.
He left
that
his
part.
toe behind or some shit like that.
Something, but wasn't someone messing with him, like writing things, and that they kind of made it seem like it was her, but it wasn't her, I guess.
I don't remember too much of it.
Yeah, I think we just got to rewatch it. Yeah, they had a baby. I remember that.
Yeah, what happened to the kid? Who was watching the kid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, there's a lot of questions.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I think we need to rewatch.
Yeah, no, I'm not watching that last season.
The last one, I don't. It was different, but I also don't like because I heard that now that he's behind it, and he got married since the beginning. That they're saying that he is like really kind of like, I don't want to do certain things out of respect for my wife, and I think that's kind of.
Was he married when he started the show?
No, he wasn't. But I think that's why the direction kind of changed.
But what that got to do? If I'm an actor, you meet me, we dating. I'm not changing shit. No disrespect, but I ain't changing shit because of you.
And I get it because that's your career, that's your profession.
Right now, if you demand me to do that, then you ain't the one for me. Then you know what I'm doing when you met me. Why the hell am I changing what I do on camera? If I was known to just be balls naked every episode, I'm balls naked every episode.
Yeah, I don't understand that either.
The hell?
I
what you say? He ain't kissing nobody on camera and no shit like that?
Yeah, like none of those type of scenes.
Ass.
I just think that's a little wild, but
that's stupid.
Who knows?
You messing up your money, your coins, because you want to look like the husband.
I did love the first and second season of You, so I'm really hoping this one doesn't disappoint. But we'll see.
First of all, really didn't like it's starting out good. They went back to New York. They smart.
Right.
They went back to where it all started.
Yeah. I wonder rating-wise how it did.
The last season?
Yeah, we can't be the only ones. Let us know if you guys felt the same way about this last season.
I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that feel like how we did.
Yeah.
There's no...
I don't know.
Because I tried to watch it and it just... Ugh.
Yeah.
He lost a toe.
I know. I wound up watching it myself.
He losing a toe, so he walking funny on purpose.
Yeah, it was odd.
Then he chasing the chick. Whatever. Stupid.
Yeah.
I think it was stupid.
So, I think she's still alive, by the way. So
this is supposed to be the last season. Hopefully it's good.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Soon.
Yeah. Pissed me off. Show was going good. I hate when that happens. A show goes good.
I know.
And then they get a little recognition and it's like, you know what? How can we fuck this up?
Yeah.
And then they fuck it up. But touching back on Dexter.
Oh my gosh.
That show.
Yeah, I'm mad.
First of all, every season in the original Dexter, great episodes. I don't think there was a bad episode.
Should watch that if you haven't watched it.
Then he comes back on Showtime with, what is it? Dexter.
Was that No, it wasn't Reborn, right? It was something with his son when he had a son.
Yeah, when he found out, when his son grows up and finds him somewhere in Alaska or some shit like that.
Yeah, I have to look that one up. I'm not really too sure about that.
But in that one,
do some research.
You remember the name? Yes, New Blood.
New Blood.
Yeah, that's what it was. Thank you. It was New Blood. That was great. His son comes back. He's trying to live a life. It was good. I hated his son. I hated who played his son in it. I'm sorry. That was the only thing. That was my only disgust with it. It was the character that he got to play his son. I didn't like the role he played. That was good.
Yeah, it was kind of in line with kids though, because kids naturally want to defy their parents. And I think he was just a good actor in a sense that made you hate him.
I don't know. I think I hated him because I hated him.
I don't know. I think the casting in the new one though, what the pre to the original Dexter, amazing.
Oh, this one. What is this one called again? This is
You keep asking me things I don't know these.
I don't remember the name. It's crazy because
and we watch it.
And
it's
they didn't
just,
release a new episode this week. I don't understand their strategy.
No.
But yeah, this one right now it's pretty much
Original Sin.
Original Sin. He's going back to the beginning.
Yes, it's
and
Dexter
the casting
before he
is
started.
great.
Yes.
The guy who played Dexter,
Batista.
I don't know nobody's name, so the guy that playing Dexter is great. Batista, great. Even Christina Milian, I know her.
Oh yes, even she looks identical to the woman.
She looks just like the girl. The father, I guess.
Sarah Michelle Gellar's part, I'm really not sure who she plays. I think she is just an add-in, but I still like all of them.
Yeah, that was good. Really it was definitely good. I like how they threw her in there.
Yeah.
Deb,
his sister.
Deb
oh my
is
gosh.
exactly the same. Potty mouth, everything.
Yes.
Perfect. That's what I'm saying. The casting, and you say he's behind it. The original.
He's behind it, and then they did like a little he put a little teaser out on Instagram for the Resurrection one, which is a new one coming after. It continues after when his son shot him in the New Blood.
That's Resurrection is coming after this one.
Yeah.
They're
making it now.
So it's New Blood, Original Sin, and then the Resurrection. They said Resurrection is supposed to be sometime this year.
Yes, they're filming it now. But he released a little like snippet on his Instagram.
Oh yeah, you sent me that. Yeah, him talking about what to expect, and it seems like a good.
And
script.
Harry's back. His dad. He'll be in the new one.
Yeah, that looks good.
Wasn't in New Blood. The sister was his dark passenger.
Yeah, hopefully she's not.
I hope she's in it though.
Yeah, but I didn't like her as the
dark passenger.
The person he kept saying. Yeah, I didn't like.
I like his dad being that, but I do hope she's a part of it because I really like them. Can you believe they were married?
Yeah, I did.
They married, they divorced, all that through the season, and you never can tell any difference.
Because it was about
they're amazing
the money.
Actors.
It was about the money.
That's amazing because most people that go through divorce hate the other person.
100%. I know I'm gonna hate you.
That's what I'm saying, and you couldn't tell any difference.
I don't even know why we would divorce. But I know if we do,
but I'm
gonna hate you.
Probably most of the people that are divorced hate each other. That's why I think it's amazing that
I work with a guy that's kind of civil with his ex-wife.
Well, I think that's how it should be. Unless you physically were beating me or something, then I could get the hate. But if you just realize we're not good for each other, why carry all that? Like that's.
I'm just not mature enough to, because whatever makes us split, I don't think I could be mature enough to be your friend. I'm sorry.
I mean, that's a little mature admitting that.
Exactly. I won't be fine with it whatsoever.
I'm not with. That'll be a whole nother topic.
Because then all the things as a man, what I think about you with another dude.
But see, this is going to be a whole nother episode because we need more time on this topic, and I could go for a long time with this topic.
100%.
Because that goes with everything. Exes, all that. So.
All right. So we'll move on.
Yes.
Okay. So now we're going to touch our favorite part of the show. Sick of this shit. Like last episode, I explained Sick of this shit is pretty much we're on Homesick podcast where we talk about all the things that annoy us throughout the week that just been getting on our nerves forever. And we come here to let it all out. So I don't know if you want me to start, you to start.
I can start.
All right.
So my thing is illnesses, viruses, whatever you want to call it, sicknesses. I am sick of them.
You're sick of sicknesses.
Yes.
It is.
I am sick of it. Like he mentioned, we have 6 total, but we have 5 living in this house. Once one of them gets sick, the entire house gets sick, and it feels like we've had this virus in the house for at least a month.
Right.
I'm over it. I'm sick of it. I just want this to be done with. Wash your hands, people. Don't send your kids to school sick.
Yeah, stop sending your kids to school sick.
And schools, you need to loosen up your little thing, your little attendance policy thing, because my thing is, I'll keep my kid home for however until I notice that they're really like not contagious.
Right.
And then I got the school calling. Well, why are they still out? Well, do you want to catch what she's got? Because by all means, I'll send her. You can have her with the sickness she's got going on.
Bring her sick ass back, please.
I don't understand that. If you feel like she's missing something, send home the work that needs to be done. I have no problem sitting there doing it.
They used to do that.
I understand people work. I get full-time jobs. I understand. But I feel like everyone would make that would be easier for parents rather than you harass me about why is my kid not in school because they're sick. Like I'm not purposely leaving them home like, oh, just take the day. No, if you're home, you're sick. It drives me crazy. So that's my sick of this.
But has that always been a thing where they calculate like you have a certain amount of times you could be an absent? Because I don't
I'm
recall
really
that ever
not
when I was
sure.
a kid.
So where we are in Jersey, you're allowed 12 days a year for the kids to be sick or absent, whatever. And then after that, it's an issue. But most sicknesses, at least you're contagious for 3 days ish. So what's that? 2 sicknesses a school year? You're allowed? Like I don't know. 3. I'm not even sure how it calculates, but I just feel like it's crazy. And then on top of it, if you want to do vacations, get out of here. I just think they need to do something with that.
Yeah, I don't.
My opinion.
Yeah, I agree. It is kind of they like to be in your business out here a little too much. Like if I keep my kid home, keep my kid home for a reason. I'm not just because I want to see him.
Yeah, and that's another thing. My kids' grades are all really good. So if they're getting 20s, 10s, or whatever, and they're out, by all means, come and see me. But my kids' grades are good, and they're out for valid reasons. Get out of here. Just my thoughts.
No, I agree.
What's your sick of this shit for the week?
I'm sick of people's opinions.
That's a good one.
If I ain't asked for it, don't fucking give it to me.
I
Simple
do
as
agree
that.
with that.
Simple as that.
Why does everyone feel the need to give their opinion?
Because they think in some way that when I state that I'm annoyed, or if I look like I'm annoyed or something, that I need counseling, I need some type of help. If I don't ask for it, shut the fuck up.
I
Simple as
agree.
that. Shut the fuck up. I don't want to know it.
Yeah.
I don't care for it. And if I know you and I respect you, I'm going to pretend to listen, but out of respect, still knowing you, I still don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I didn't care for your advice. You know what I'm saying? If I genuinely want advice, I'll ask for it, and it probably won't be the people that's normally giving me the advice back.
Right.
So keep your opinion to yourself, 100%. I don't like because it's almost like somebody's coming off like they're basically superior.
Right.
It's you're saying like, oh yeah. I've dealt with that before. Yeah, I understand. This is how I got through it.
You know,
I ain't asked for you.
You know, it's funny you bring this up because since this is a new podcast, we obviously have like this is going to be new to everyone because we don't talk our business before we do stuff. So this is going to be interesting to see how much input we get on this from people close to us.
Oh, what they sick of? Or if they're gonna listen that I don't
how
want no fucking opinion?
Their input, their whatever, like we don't need any of it.
No, you're right. 100%.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how that goes.
Okay. Yeah. No more opinions, please. 100%. Keep that
Thanks
shit to
for no
yourself.
thanks.
For 100. Yes. Yeah. What was thank you much? I don't. Yeah.
Thank you next.
No, thank that bullshit. Yeah. I don't.
From the wise words of Ariana Grande.
Yeah. Wise young lady.
Yes.
All right. I feel better. That's almost like therapy. See, everyone should have a sick of this shit moment. It's like therapy. I get it off my chest. I feel 10 times better.
Yeah.
I feel great.
Mm-hmm.
Good. All right. We're going to move on now to today's main topic.
Which is, what is a relationship like today?
Relationships like today.
I know. So I guess first would be online dating. Now, we started dating before this was like really a thing, I feel
and
like.
I always sit here and wonder to myself, if we were in this era, how would we even do the online thing? I don't know. Because I'm gonna be real as a man. The only reason why I will do it is to just increase the body count. Just saying. Because now it's like, that's all they doing.
Right. Well, that's like what Tinder is known for, isn't it?
That's what Tinder, but I think all dating sites have now become
Bumble.
Tinder.
Yeah, there's Tinder, Bumble, Hinge. I don't know. From what I heard, Tinder is like the one that's the hookup site.
But I think it all ends up as a hookup.
But what gets me is like I don't know. I guess I'd rather meet you out somewhere. I'd rather like how we met. We met a while. I'd rather meet someone that way because you could physically see them. You could do this. Like I don't know. What you see online necessarily isn't what you're going to see in person because I can take amazing pictures depending on how I hold my phone. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then when you see me in person, you're like, who the fuck are you? Like, right. You know, so I don't know. That's different to me. Or it could be a killer. It could be I watch too much 2020 and Dateline.
Yeah, you pretty much
be anything.
Yeah, that's pretty much your jam right
Goodness. There. Yeah.
But I look at it as it doesn't matter the platform. It's making it okay. It eliminates the face to face in the initial beginning because you do have to meet up anyway. But it eliminates that part. You could be sitting at work, you could be at your house swiping or sending out yeah, I don't even know how that shit works. I think pretty much you make a profile and then you present yourself out to you narrow it down to what specific type of person you're looking
But
for or
that's the
what group
thing.
of people you're looking for.
That's what I read. It says it's down to superficial swiping and ghosting.
Mm-hmm.
So you're just judging the person off of what they posted on themselves.
Well,
So
yeah,
you're just
that's your resume.
swiping,
Your picture is your resume.
right.
Yeah, so I see
Yeah.
I got to know you perfectly from just looking at your picture.
Right.
So
And then you can
if
nitpick
them
and be
boys
real.
ain't popping,
Right.
you ain't in a bikini coming out of the water, just happen to take the picture,
Yeah.
or you know what I'm saying, you ain't doing nothing sexy, I'm a swipe.
Right.
I don't want to see no wholesome shit.
Right.
I don't want to see no woman picking up her kid. Then I know you got a kid. Swipe. You know what I mean? I don't want to see nobody playing with their
There's nothing
dog.
wrong with women that have kids.
It's
looking
nothing
for
wrong, but
love.
how much men you know yourself that is gonna go out there and say, "Yeah, I love you. I'll take your 10 kids." No man.
A good man that is willing
But why
to
would
take
that?
all
Okay,
that
but why would
on.
that make you a bad man if you don't want to deal
Well,
with
I
women
get
with
it.
kids?
Maybe that's just not what
There's women that don't want to deal with men that got kids.
And there's men that don't want to deal with women that have kids. I understand that, but there's someone for everyone, regardless your situation. So I don't want to put that out there. Like there's
Listen,
potentially because you got a kid in the picture, no one would talk to you. I don't
Yes,
believe that.
I do.
Someone that's I don't know. But then I also probably wouldn't put my kid in my dating profile thing.
You got to reveal that motherfucker at some point.
Yes, and then I feel like you have to talk about your kid. Kind of like the first or second date, in my opinion.
Nah, get that shit out the rip.
Right.
Get it out the rip.
Right. But I'm not showing you a picture of my kid. I'm not
No.
introducing you to my kid.
No, I don't
But
think
I'm
you
going
should
to tell you
introduce your kid.
what I come with.
Yeah, you shouldn't even when it was back in our days with dating. Nobody was bringing their kids around anybody, no, because you don't want to show that in and out move where, oh, this is one guy, this is another guy, this is
Right.
another guy. Hey, I met this guy.
Also, on top of it, there's
Right.
psychos in the world.
Right. And then you just invite motherfuckers in your crib.
Yes.
Hey,
No.
come on over.
Not to mention creeps, pedophiles. Get the fuck out of here. No.
Mm-hmm.
Keep your kids safe.
You think there's more pedophiles now or less than it was back in the day?
I think it's worse
It
now
is
because
worse
of
now.
social media.
Exactly. You can't trust nobody. All these
No,
motherfuckers getting
and
caught
these innocent
online.
little posts you put up by your kids, someone's. Ugh, I can't even continue.
Right.
All right, so yes, and they're saying even with social media, in being in relationships, it makes social media insecurity, jealousy, because you got all these girls half naked, and then the men, or vice versa.
Right.
Men with no shirts on, women are clicking, and then the men are feeling insecure.
But social media is making all these women models. They're all considered models.
Right,
You know
and
what
then
I'm
that
saying? Right.
hurts women because then it makes women look like, well, I don't look like that person.
The
So then
average woman doesn't look like that.
right.
Right.
So then it hurts women's insecurities, and then that causes rifts between their
Yeah,
relationship.
because that's what we're looking for. As men, we're looking for that picture. We're looking for that, oh, okay, she bad, body. Right. Yeah, we looking for that. But that's not realistic. You're not gonna find that unless you come in with some coin. Because that's the only person that's getting women that looking like that, motherfuckers with coin. You know what I'm saying? I don't think a girl who's a swimsuit model, body, whatever, is gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna deal with you, basic motherfucker. Like, let's be real. You as a woman, it's
But
about.
no,
Do not tell
it
me it's about
depends, because
personality.
there is some
If
people
you
that
say personality, I'm walking out.
no, but this is the thing. You ever see, like, for instance, a girl who's like gorgeous, and then you see the man, you're like, how did
That
she
shit
get
don't add
him?
up.
Like, yeah,
He got money.
not
He
necessarily.
got
What if
money,
he just has
or
a
he's
great
funny.
sense of humor?
Sometimes humor gets
That's what I
into the
just
draws.
said.
Humor does get in the draws. I do agree.
See,
You know what
so
I'm saying?
you can't
I'm a
just
funny
judge it off
motherfucker.
of a physical, because someone could have been your
Yeah.
best friend.
I'm a funny dude.
Someone could have been your best friend, and then they just grow on you.
Right.
Doesn't necessarily have to be looks.
Okay. To counter that, you believe that initially it's not looks that makes you want to even talk to the person?
I think as human nature, looks is the first thing you notice.
Mm-hmm.
But all right, say you're working with someone that's not really the best looking person, but as you get to know them, you start to see how beautiful they really are. Not necessarily physically, but like their personality, and then that could get people to be like, "Oh, I really like this person," or whatever. It's possible, but I feel like maybe for you, for sure. I was gonna say maybe some men are just that
what?
like
What, you gonna say superficial?
hell bent on it. You have to look amazing.
No, I don't think you have to. You have to pique an interest.
Mm-hmm.
Like with some men, me myself, I like a nice ass.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I'm not really into the tits out to hair kind of shit. That's nothing. So if you got the initial thing that made me even look twice, that's step one. Now I got to be like, all right, I'm going to pursue that. Now you can open your mouth and ain't got no teeth in your mouth and you could be just talking all type of crazy shit. Now the question is now on my behalf, do I keep going or do I walk
with no
away?
teeth, but because she's got a nice ass.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. There's where some men now will lower their standards. So in a sense, that's what they look for. That's their standard. They want a chick with a nice ass, nice body, stuff like that. But then you got the situation where you meet a woman now, she got all of that conversation, whack as shit. She got no personality. And she wants you to control everything and do everything while she just sit pretty.
Right.
I like back and forth. I like to feel like, you know what I mean, you're giving me just as much as you're giving me the attention that I'm looking for and I'm giving you right, but it's back and forth. It can't just be one-sided. Oh, you're beautiful today. You're beautiful today. You're beautiful today. Oh, did I tell you how beautiful you are today? That shit is that's what some women need to hear constantly.
Right.
So that part right there in itself, yeah, I could understand why you'll see, like, look at Kim Kardashian. You would think on paper, on like physical, you look at her, nice body. But why is it she can't keep a man? When you look at all beautiful women in the world, we don't know why is it they can't keep a man?
What if she doesn't want a man?
Bullshit.
What if she doesn't want a man? She's got a bunch of kids. I understand that as a mother.
But in that aspect, because of her celebrity, a man ain't gonna give a fuck if she got kids. She could have 12.
No, I understand that, but as a woman, a man might not be her what she wants. Maybe she's just focused on her kids. You're looking at it different.
Right.
All right. So another thing they're saying is evolving gender roles. How, like, back in the day, it was women stayed home, didn't work, the men did that. Now it's more equal. Like the women work, men work, so you're sharing responsibilities. It's not so much like, what did you do all day when I was at work,
Right.
It's more you come home and she cooks dinner, you do the dishes, or vice versa,
But there's still men out there that would prefer their woman not to work.
I know. Maybe there's women that still want to do that, though.
Oh, believe me, there's women out there that still want to just sit around and play house or whatever. Like if you're okay, I believe a woman should have the choice to do what she wants. If she wants to work, if she wants to stay home, that's on her. But my thing is, if you're gonna play that me and you are partners in here, you know what we both want. So if you know that I can't make it up all on my end, I'm gonna need some help, and you want to get involved and help me with it, that's hats off, 110 respect. I love that. You know what I'm saying? Because now you're on the same page as me. You know what I want. You know where we're trying to get to. We're trying to get to yonder. So if you see me frustrated because I'm busting my ass doing it and we still ain't there and you want to say, I'm all about that. Some women now don't pick up on that. And then you get the whole characteristic of, that motherfucker ain't got shit. Oh, he bombed. Oh, this is all you got? You know what I'm saying? You busting your ass now.
Right.
But she looking at it because she wants more, but she not willing to help you to get more. Right. So how could we say hooray at the end of the road if you ain't had no contribution to it?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It feels better when we're both trying to strive to something. When one of us is doing all the work at the end, when I get to the point where I'm looking back and like, bitch, I don't need you.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Believe that. Yeah.
So I don't know.
Or even if a woman just wants to work for her own extra money.
Huh?
Or even just working for your extra spending money and stuff like that. I'm with that too. I like doing that.
Yes. It's always good to have extra. Who the hell don't want more?
I would never tell any of my kids just to depend on someone. So
never depend on anybody. I try to tell the girls that all the time. You don't depend on anybody. Rely on yourself.
Have your own.
So at the end of the day, when that motherfucker try to play like, oh yeah, you ain't shit without me, man, motherfucker, please.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because he coming to your house. Yeah. You picking him up in your car. If those are the cases, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got your own. You don't need nobody for nothing. Exactly. But I do respect a woman that, wants to work and get in and have her own. There's nothing wrong with that. But then I also do respect a woman that wants to stay home with the kids, take care of the household. So there's nothing wrong with none of that. So either or for me I think is great. So if that's how the generation now is looking at it, so what you're saying pretty much now is just more of women working now?
Yeah, more shared responsibilities.
Okay.
Even financial, household duties, and parenting. It's not so much on one person while the other one goes out and works.
Wasn't that the ideal back in the 60s?
But things have changed because now women want equal rights with men. No, we don't want to sit there and just be at your beck and call. Like, give me a drink. What? get lost.
I don't even feel right saying no shit like that. But
Yeah, it's just crazy. But yeah. Next is focus on mental health. So like toxic behavior such as gaslighting, codependency, they're more widely recognized and called out now. So that it's more, you have more voice. You're not afraid to say, back in the day, women did not. You stayed home, you just dealt with it. You watch like shows, obviously we weren't around
a
back
lot of
then,
soap
but you
operas.
watch shows and it's like the men are out there cheating and the women's just stuck home with the kids. So I guess it's more now women aren't afraid to say what they feel. And I guess vice versa, men could be in the same position
Correct.
with women. Yeah,
That's
so
good.
that. And then there's more casual versus committed relationships.
What does that mean?
Well, casual people are just, friends with benefits. Committed, there's, I guess, as opposed to being just committed relationships, now there's more casual relationships out there. So you just live together and you don't actually get married.
That's a little wild.
Delayed commitments. Many people delay marriage or having children to focus on their career, education, or personal fulfillment.
But they saying a lot of people not getting married this time around?
Yeah, they're delaying it. So they might not, they might get married, but they might not rush to have kids, or they might not want to get married right away. Yeah.
That's a different way to look at it. Postpone it. Is there like a goal they're trying to reach? Why they're postponing it?
I really am not sure. It just, I guess they're just not rushing it. Back in the day, you can, they were
That's pretty
married
much
by
it.
the
You
time
did,
they were
yeah.
like 20.
A woman gave you an ultimatum, like, all right, we've been together 5 years. Where's the ring?
Yeah.
And now it's both sides.
I
Nobody's
like
looking
that
for
show. You don't ever watch it, but it's a good show, The Ultimatum.
I'm all right.
On Netflix. I like it.
I'm okay. I think I
like
did
it.
watch some of that sometime with you.
Yeah.
I didn't. I'm just not.
You watched like a couple episodes, but
Right. It was the one where
it was a new season recently.
I don't remember which one it was, but I know
good.
Boy was just bouncing. Oh, Boy gave up on the one chick. I forgot which one it was. He the one that made it. Like, he was popular. Women's liked him.
That was in the first.
He turned down the
season.
one chick and then was with the other one. She looked like what was it, Mariah Carey? Oh, who did he say? Oh, Megan Fox.
Megan Fox.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. I remember that one. That was wild because she
Yeah.
did not look like Megan Fox.
Yeah.
But yeah, I seen that. That was all right. I don't have a problem watching that.
Yeah, the new season's out. It's really good.
Right.
Challenges of boundaries. People are learning to set boundaries in relationships to maintain individuality and self-care. I mean, I feel like, wow, how's that new? There was no boundaries back then?
Boundaries back.
Yeah, there's more emphasis on respecting consent, privacy, and personal space.
I guess motherfuckers was giving a shit about your space back then.
And there's more, so the next would be increased relationship diversity. LGBTQ plus relationships are more visible and accepted in many societies though challenges remain in certain regions. Non-traditional family structures like co-parenting or blended families are increasingly normalized. So where it could be like 2 moms, 2 dads, that's a difference, which, that wasn't around back then. It wasn't accepted, shall I say.
Correct. It wasn't too much. It wasn't too much of it.
Yeah,
right,
it was more hidden.
It happened, and
which is stupid. Do you?
That's your
whatever
business.
Makes you happy. People don't accept this.
Correct.
Do you? That's 100%. My thought on it. That's
right.
stupid.
That's still ignorance of that shit.
Yeah.
All right. That was it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty. It's not too far off. It's a little new, but it's still mixed with the old. Right. It's not too crazy. That don't sound too crazy. That's good. I mean, relationships at the end of the day it still takes a man and a woman, or who, one person and someone else.
Right.
So
2 partners.
It takes 2 people. Yes. So there's always going to be ups, downs. That part is guaranteed. Because you're gonna mesh with somebody. It could be a good or bad thing. So yeah. So the basis hasn't changed, but I guess the overall, everything else, getting to the point to meeting someone and actually going through with it, that part always seems to change with time. But it's still overall the same ending.
Yeah.
So yeah, all right. It's good to see that nothing too crazy has occurred.
No.
All right.
Yep.
This part now, I spoke about it first episode, and pretty much we want to get a certain amount of emails before we start actually diving into it. This part of the show is, we're going to call it, it's a segment. We're going to call it Bringing Back Home. And like I expressed before, it's pretty much you guys writing in with to us at the email of homesickpd@gmail.com. You
homesickpd@gmail.com.
yeah, you guys write in.
Mm-hmm.
You tell us whatever you want to talk to us about, whatever stuff your guys going through in your relationship.
Questions, advice.
Right, we want to hear it. And we want to discuss it.
You could give your opinion. We might not agree with it, but you could definitely give your opinion.
100%. Like I said, we're not professionals. We didn't go to school to give advice and stuff like that, but we're just regular people like you guys.
Yes.
And we're learning just as much as we're trying to give information. Yes. So it's a back and forth.
Right.
100%. So it's not a one-sided thing where we're trying to play like, oh yeah, we got the answers, because we don't. Right. We argue, we have our moments. You know what I'm saying? But we feel like this is more of a forum.
Yeah, this is our therapy.
Right. We're not here to pretend that we're giving advice to the point like we know better. It's a forum. We're going to discuss it because whatever you guys might hit us with, we might learn from. Right. And vice versa. So again, the email is homesickpd@gmail.com.
Yes.
Write us. We can't wait to hear from you guys.
So going forward, we'll be addressing the issues. Right. Anything you email us, we will be addressing with this time.
Correct. All right. I think we're going to wrap this episode up. We're pretty much done.
Sounds good.
All right. I want to thank everyone for listening and tuning in. God bless, and we'll talk later.
Yes.
Peace.
See you.
Homesick Podcast.
Oh my God.